Friends, good morning. This gospel that we have from Luke, this healing of the lepers, there's so much to ponder, so much to contemplate in this. Certainly the themes of gratitude, the theme of Jesus as a healer. One of the things I was just thinking a moment ago, thinking again through this gospel is, so 10 are cleansed, 1 returns, giving thanks to God. What happened to the other 9 in their leprosy? It's not as though, you can't imagine Jesus is like, well, this is the guy in front of me who thanked me, and he just waves his hand and those other 9 guys, their leprosy comes back again. I don't think that happened. I think it's a revelation of the unbelievable goodness of God. That even though those other 9 didn't return to give thanks, he still healed them. So what do we make of the dynamic of coming back to give thanks? I think it's part of the preface dialogue for the Eucharistic prayer. Let us give thanks to the Lord our God. And the response is, it is right and just. It is right and just. You're going to nail it in a few minutes when we, do it for real. Let us give thanks to the Lord our God. It is right and just. It is right and just. Why is it right and just? Because everything we have and everything we are, it comes from His hand. The breath in our lungs comes from Him. Like our ability to live and breathe comes from Him. I learned this from a physician friend of mine a few years ago, and it blew my mind. Speaking of breath, speaking of breathing, that when we take a deep breath, like a inhale, it feels like we are sucking air into our lungs, like I'm the one breathing. But the truth is, all that we're doing is expanding our diaphragm, creating space, and the atmospheric pressure, the differential, pushes air into our bodies. It feels like we're sucking air in, but the truth is, scientifically, physics, is that air is being pushed into our bodies. When you and I breathe, it's not because we are doing something, we are simply creating a space for God to do something. Why am I talking about that? Because the very fact that you and I are here and breathing and living is itself a gift. This one leper who comes back to Jesus, who kneels at His feet in utter gratitude, this is who you and I are supposed to be at this Mass, at every single Mass. Let us give thanks to the Lord our God. It is right and just. Like, Lord, the fact that you've forgiven me, the fact that you redeem me, the fact that you call me your own, the fact that you believe in me, the fact that you keep feeding me with your very body and blood, this is a gift beyond me. This is a gift that's so much more than anything I could have earned. And the very least we can do is say thanks. It's funny how at the very limits of human experience, our language just falls short. Language is really good at just describing normal, everyday things. I gotta go to the grocery store, gotta go pick up the kids, gotta take my car to the mechanic. Normal things. But on the extremes of life, trying to express extreme gratitude, or extreme grief, or extreme joy, or extreme sorrow, it's like language falls short. We come here to say thank you to God. There aren't enough lifetimes to say enough thank yous. The words fall short, which is why the Mass itself is God's gift to us to enable us to thank Him. He gave us the means by which we can come here and thank Him, which is pretty darn extraordinary. So it's good that we are like this one leper, to come here, to come back at the feet of Jesus, to say thank you. Thank you times 1,000. Thank you times 10,000. Thank you times 10 billion. But thank you. Amen.